So what stocks are worth looking at today? What's going on, team? It's Ricky with Tactical Solutions, and I want to talk about some stocks that are up during the pre-market session. If you guys like these videos, please just make sure you drop a thumbs up. First off, Robinhood up 6%. I had 200 shares on the Webull platform. I've already sold 50 shares at these overbought levels. Based off of previous patterns, you can take a better look when we take a step back. You can see that it previously got rejected at $60 a share, so just make sure you take that into consideration when deciding where to buy and where to sell. One of the other very popular stocks as of right now during the pre-market session has to do with, I think, crypto's performance. And as you guys can see, this one is up an additional 6% during the pre-market session. A lot of consolidation already showing around this general area. So if it continues and breaks out above 37.50, then great, we can follow up with it to see if it's going to offer a continuous uptrend pattern. But if we pull back, break below the SMA line, I'd be very, very careful with jumping into something like Riot, as it could easily pull on back. Again, Riot blockchain is influenced by the overall crypto market, so make sure you keep a very close eye on the performance of Bitcoin. Another very popular one right now during the pre-market session is Coinbase. So that's ticker symbol COIN. And as you guys can see during the pre-market session, this is up an additional 4% on the day, showing signs of bullish characteristics. Very common resistance level right around 270. And if you look at the 4-hour time frame, again, just based off of previous performance, it looks like it's finally indicating signs of an uptrend based off of previous consolidations levels at around 210 to 220. But make sure that you understand that based off of the RSI indicator and the MACD indicator, it looks to be a little bit more on the overbought side, so easily due for a pullback. But again, if that momentum continues, then it makes sense on why you would take it on as a day trade and not something that you would want to hold overnight. Now, what are some stocks that I haven't talked about that you might want to keep a close eye on? Well, during the pre-market session, a series of stocks that are going to be reporting earnings are stocks like Berkshire Hathaway. So BRK forward slash or dash B, as of right now, is only up 1%. But just make sure you take this into consideration as they do report earnings today. Another popular stock that is going to be reporting earnings today is Dish, and this is Dish Network. You guys can look a little bit more into it. This might not experience a lot of volatility or a lot of volume, but definitely something that I'm personally going to want to follow up with. And again, another one that's going to be reporting earnings that I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard before is Workhorse. Workhorse, as of right now, has been showing signs of a descending pattern, and if it reports a poor earnings, we could easily see this thing act as a negative catalyst. One of the last ones that I quickly want to talk about is Chegg. Chegg during the pre-market session. This one won't be reporting earnings till after market hours, but as it pulls back to the SMA line, this is just something that I want to follow up with to see if earnings acts as a further negative catalyst or if it actually brings it back to that previous resistance level. But other than that, just wanted to quickly talk about some pre-market movers and as well as talk about some stocks that are reporting earnings today. I'm going to do my part in making sure that I lock in profits right away, especially at indication of a resistance level. So you guys can see right now, Hood during the pre-market session, as of right now, right around 58.50, I want to say, to 58.60. Very common resistance level, so I'd love to see a breakout. But again, we are seeing that resistance level, so I can't be surprised if it pulls on back. So what can I do? I can sell a portion of my position, anticipate that pullback, and if it does pull back, I can buy more and then ride the recoveries. If you guys have any questions, please comment them down below. I appreciate your guys' time, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.